for scheduling this hearing. It's an important hearing, and I congratulate you because it is the first hearing under your leadership, and I look forward to working closely with you. I recognize, Mr. Chairman, that both you and Chairman Schuster want a long-term highway bill. So before I say anything about the direct subject matter, the important vehicle safety issue, I must express the frustration I'm hearing not only in my district but from around the country about the delay, or what appears to be delay, in getting through this committee a long-term surface transportation authorization bill. And Mr. Chairman, if not a long-term bill, for example, the four-year bill, and I've been here when there have been six-year bills, certainly a longer-term bill than the past, the very short bill that was passed before. We need the longest-term bill possible. It's inconceivable to me that we would be 10 days to May 31st before the deadline expires. And I have seen no indication that during this period there has been movement on even trying to get a bill. That's what is most troubling to me, Mr. Chairman. And it is particularly frustrating now that we are full into the construction season. And there is no certainty of the future of a highway transit program with funding whatsoever that we've been able to transmit to state and local governments. So what do we see them doing? They're already slowing down, taking up projects that have been long delayed. I also do not see the search for a sustainable solution to shore up the Highway Trust Fund. We know what happened with the solution we've been using for 50 years. We ran out of funds, and funds had to be transmitted from the Treasury in order to just get through the authorized period. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that the shortfall, if we use that approach, is $174 billion over the next 10 years, and that's just to maintain funding levels without doing anything about what have become now increasingly urgent needs in our state and localities. The gap for a six-year bill at current levels is $92 billion. Now, if you want to see that increase, the longer we hold up, the more expensive whatever bill we put out will be. So you would think that there would be every effort to contain the costs by getting a bill out on the streets now. The real test of how quickly Congress moves after we pass whatever extension we do is, of course, a funding plan for a long-term bill. I know that Chairman Schuster stands firm in wanting our committee and our subcommittee to move a robust long-term bill. It's up to the Republican leadership and the tax writing committees to come to the table and show that they are serious as well. Today's hearing, of course, is about the future of motor carrier safety. This is a subject that I'm very interested in, and particularly the innovative technologies and new ideas that I've begun to hear about to raise the bar on safety. I hope this hearing, however, is a refreshing change from what has become the norm on truck and bus issues. Endless requests for exemptions and calls to block DOT safety rules. There is no doubt room for some improvement on many rules that the federal agencies have issued. But rather than calls to eliminate regulation, as has become the norm, we should be challenging industry, DOT, and stakeholders to sit down, be creative, work toward a common goal, and utilize their resources in a way that will have the most positive effect on safety. I know we can do this. This is not an impossible task. I'm very interested to hear about steps in the right direction. For example, DOT recently convened a negotiated rulemaking committee to develop a rule on driver training. More robust driver training is something Congress has directed DOT to consider for nearly 25 years. The first directive was in a bill in 1991. To say this rule is overdue is putting it fairly mildly. I hope that this new committee can facilitate a rule that all parties can agree to, which will expedite DOT's publication of the rule and limit litigation once it is finalized. I would also like to recognize, finally, Mr. Chairman, the dedication of safety advocates and family members of truck accident victims who come to members of Congress and continue to work tirelessly to educate Congress and the public. Their stories help to heighten our awareness of the real-world impact that policy decisions have on our constituents' lives. I welcome their presence here today as we discuss this issue. Mr. Chairman, I may have to leave because of the Rules Committee, but I will certainly return. Again, I thank you for this hearing.